Well, no one can turn back the clock, but I suspect Dominic Perrottet wishes he could, the New South Wales Premier. The firestorm he triggered after admitting he wore a Nazi uniform to his 21st birthday, I don't think it's over by any means. Now, Robert Borsak, the leader of the Shooters, Fishers and Farmers Party, wants the New South Wales Premier to front an integrity inquiry and has referred Perrottet himself to the police over a possible failure to disclose the fancy dress faux pas on legally binding political documents. Now, the Treasurer, Matt Keane, he wasn't mincing his words this morning when it came to Robert Borsak.
Robert Borsak has no credibility on this issue or anything else. I mean, Robert Borsak has had every single member of his parliamentary team resign from his party because of his leadership. I think that tells you everything you need to know about Robert Borsak's credibility on this issue or anything else for that matter.
Robert Borsak joins me now. Robert, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
What do you make of Matt Keane's comments?
Oh, look, that's the sort of stuff you'd expect from Matt Keane. Long way from the facts. The reality is it's the left supporting a Premier who sold out to the left. Mr Keane needs to step in and take over, I would think, but he doesn't want to. None of the things he's talking about has any bearing in relation to the matter that we're talking about today, and that is whether Dominic Perrottet signed false oaths on statutory declarations going back probably at least 10 or more years. That's the reality of it. It's got nothing to do with me, nothing to do with my party.
Labor and the Greens have said, look, we're not going to back what they call a hit job. You don't really need them, do you?
Absolutely, I don't need them. If the Labor Party has a different program, that's fine. I know the Greens have sold out to this Liberal government, this coalition government. I mean, they've been working in consort, I saw, before Parliament rose in November, supporting the Liberal government on a number of issues in the upper house. I know why they would prefer not to be involved. They're looking to see that their position will be in a situation where they might be able to support a coalition government if they were in a hung parliament. I mean, that's pretty obvious as the nose on your face.
You lead a party which paints itself as grassroots. Do you think the public have got a concern about what Dominic Perrottet did back when he was 21?
Look, I think on balance, based on what we've seen and heard since last Thursday when he made those confessions, I don't think the public really care too much about whether he wore a Nazi uniform or whether he didn't. I think they're prepared to look through that. There are more important issues to be addressed, and I think I agree with them on that, although my personal experience has been one of being brought up in a household where my father was a Polish Holocaust survivor. So my personal opinion would probably bear a long way away from what's going on. What I'm really talking about here is, having seen that, having read what's on the public record, having listened to what Mr Perrottet said in his apology process, I think he has a case to answer in relation to the law, and it's the Oaths Act. Did he or did he not sign false oaths? That's really what it gets down to as far as I'm concerned right now. Whether he's forgiven or not, whether he was stupid or not, I know people, even though at 21 you're an adult, do silly things. Put that aside. What's the story? It's not up to his party to say whether he did or he didn't, whether he gets a leave pass in relation to this. It's the law. What did he do, and did he breach the Oaths Act? That's really what I'd like to get the answer to.